Hi guys, and welcome back. So today I will be teaching you how to make some scrunchies. You can make them using any type of yarn. So what I used is this velvet yarn in the green, purple and the black, and also some normal Aran weight yarn. So for this project I used my trusty 5mm hook, as well as a darning needle, a pair of scissors, and you'll also need a hair tie. So these are the yarns that I used. These are the velvet yarns that I used, the purple, the black and the green, but you can use whatever velvet or yarn that you have. So for the other scrunchie I used this Aran weight yarn, which is 20% wool and 80% acrylic. This scrunchie I'm going to be making, I'm using this bluish lavender velvet yarn, and I just finished taking the guts out of the center of my skein and I found my tail. So we're going to now make a slip knot. You do this by wrapping the yarn around your two fingers and taking that tail end and sliding it through the loop behind your two fingers and then pulling it through. I'm now going to take my hook and put it through the yarn and just tighten that so it sits snug on my hook. I'm going to take my hair tie now, and we are going to be working our chains around the circumference of our hair tie. So you're going to want to position your hair tie in front of your yarn, and you are going to hold the yarn behind. So we are going to insert the hook through the loop of the hair tie, grab the yarn, pull it through, yarn over, and then pull through both. So that's our first chain, as you can see. So we're going to repeat that process again, just taking our hook through the loop of the hair tie, grabbing the yarn, yarning over and pulling through both those loops. So that's our second chain. So you are going to want to repeat this process around until you have covered the entire circumference of your hair tie. Once you get to the beginning or at the space where you first created your chains, you want to just stop and make sure that the entire hair tie or the elastic that you're using is completely covered with chains. So what you're gonna do is you're just going to gently push the chains together just to make sure that everything is covered up, and if it's not, you're just going to continue chaining until you can't see any of the black. Once our entire hair tie is covered by chains, we're just going to want to make sure that they are all facing up or out of the center of the hair tie. So what we're gonna do now is we're going to slip stitch into that first chain that we made. So you're just going to insert your hook into the very beginning, grab the yarn, pull it through and then pull it through that loop, and then we're going to chain 2, and then from here on out we are going to be working double crochets into every chain that we made. We're going to be working our tail end into the scrunchie, so into the double crochets that we're going to be crocheting in each chain. And because my tail is way too long, I'm just going to snip this part off so that it works in pretty quickly. We are now going to begin working our double crochets into the second chain, because the first isn't considered a chain. So we're going to skip this very first one here and start working our first double crochet into the second one. So to work a double crochet, you're just going to yarn over, ensuring that your tail end is tucked in on the back of your scrunchie. You're going to insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, and then you're going to have 3 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over, pull through 2, and then you're going to yarn over again and pull through 2. So we're going to be working 3 double crochets into each chain. So this is my second double crochet, and then my third, yarn over, pull through, grab the yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through the other 2. So those are 3 double crochets into one chain, ensuring that your tail end is neatly tucked in. And as you can see here, you can't see the tail at all, so you're just going to continue doing that until the tail is completely covered up, working 3 double crochets into each chain. So as you can see, your scrunchie is starting to ruffle up, just like this green one right here. So this is how it will end up looking. So that's what those increases do. And behind here we see that our tail end is completely in. We're just going to now continue working 3 double crochets into each stitch until we get to the very end, and then I'll show you what to do from there. Once you get to the very end, you're going to work a slip stitch, insert your yarn, pull up a loop, and then pull it through that second loop, and then chain 2 for the next row. So this is how the first row of your scrunchie looks, and as you can see, it's already starting to ruffle up. So we're just going to work another row of double crochets all around, and that will be our final row. So we're now going to be working 2 double crochets into each stitch, always skipping the first one because it doesn't count as a stitch, and working into the second one. So you're just going to yarn over and then into the second stitch you're going to insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and then another one. And then that's just the process you're going to keep repeating. So 2 double crochets into each stitch all around, and then I'll meet you at the end of your second row. Okay, so I have worked my last 2 double crochets, so we're gonna slip stitch again into the chain 2 that we made at the very beginning, and then we're not gonna chain 2 now. So we have finished our scrunchie, and this is how it looks. See all the beautiful ruffles. So what we're gonna do now is we're going to cut our yarn, and then take that tail end and pass it through the loop, and then we're just going to tug on it lightly just to make sure that it doesn't come out. So that is our scrunchie. So we are all done. We just need to seam in the tail. So you're going to take your darning needle and then run your yarn through. And now what you're gonna do is you're going to work the needle through those ridges caused by the double crochets. So you're just going to take your yarn and run it through, and then again going the other way, and then one more time. And then you're just going to snip that part off. And there you have it. So this is where I seamed, and as you can see it's barely visible, and that is your finished scrunchie. So that's how that looks. So pretty and ruffly. So if you want the written pattern for this scrunchie, you can find it on my blog. So these are all the scrunchies I've made, and they're super fun, super colorful, and very easy to make. It takes you less than 30 minutes. And also this scrunchie with the Aran weight yarn with the 20% wool and 80% acrylic is worked up just the same. So I hope you had as much fun making these as I had, and I'll see you in the next one.